What's up, everybody? I'm Cronocyde, and welcome to episode 11 of CronoCast, a PlayStation podcast. CronoCast is a PlayStation exclusive podcast where I talk with my co-host Yemi the Ferret, aka Yemi, about all things PlayStation. Yemi, how are you, dude?
I'm good today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Like I said before the podcast, rocky evening for me. Kids, crazy kids tonight. I'm kind of tired a little bit. They won't stop talking, man. They won't stop talking like ever, and they talk like most of the time. It's nonsense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm already a little bit tired without doing anything. I'm a new PlayStation VR owner too.
Yeah.
Yep. Lacking time to actually try the thing, but I played 1 hour of Rush of Blood. Amazing experience, man. I was excited, and after getting over like the technical aspect of the PlayStation VR, like I said to you in Discord in private, like the grainy aspect of Rush of Blood, I thought there was something like wrong with my headset at the beginning, but after getting over it and like starting to enjoy the experience, it's really something different. I was not expecting like things to jump in my face and stuff like that. It's really awesome, man.
Yeah, I told you. It's great.
Yep.
The only time I really noticed the graininess was when like there was a completely black screen that was lit up, like it's starting
Yep.
up. But other than that, usually when it gets into it, it's fine. And a lot of
Well,
the newer games, I don't even notice that anymore. Like I was thinking about it after you told me, and I was like, you know what? It kind of does look like that when I start up Rush of Blood. But it's not game breaking or experience
no.
ruining.
Yeah, Rush of Blood is one of the first PSVR game, and I think developers found a way to eliminate a little bit. It's called the Muna effect after searching on Reddit and stuff like that. So it's totally normal with PlayStation VR because it's a new technology. It's like when you're watching through a piece of cloth. You know what I mean? Like you can see through the piece of cloth. It's something like that, but like some PSVR have that, some PSVR doesn't have that, some it's worse, some it's better. So I'm not sure exactly what it's causing this, but it's totally normal. And if it's normal, I'm okay with this, man. And after like you said, in dark scenes, and Rush of Blood is full of dark scenes, you start to get over it, and you won't like notice the Muna effect, but it's really something else. Like I'm used to play with the controller, and now this
Right.
is completely different, man. Different experience.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I haven't found really anything to gripe about with the VR.
I will get probably used to it, but my eyes were really like tired after like 1 hour. Not sure
Yeah.
if it gets better.
Yeah, you start to it's because it's literally a TV that's like 2 inches away from your face,
Yeah.
so you're gonna get tired fast. I think the maximum time I played it was 3 hours, and after that I was like, okay, we're just gonna sit back from this for a day or two, let my eyes get back in sync. But it's like you get a little bit more used to it as you go. But it's like I said, still it's like a little TV screen really close to your eyes. And you know how they used to say back in the day, don't stand, you'll go blind if you stand too or sit too close to the TV. And now we have TVs 3 inches away from our faces.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But it doesn't like feel like you have a TV in front of your eyes.
No, it
It,
doesn't.
yep. And it get a little sweaty, like you said in the last podcast.
Yep.
But
Make sure you keep it aired out by taking the mask away from your face every so often. That's what I do.
and it's really comfortable too. Yeah, I was surprised. I was expecting like a weight on my head, like an extra weight, but it's really lightweight and it's really comfortable to wear. Actually, I was surprised by how well the thing was done and was created. It's really like I have nothing to gripe about except the grainy effect, but it might be Rush of Blood, which is one of the first games. So like I'm over criticizing, is that a word? It's probably a word,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The thing, because this is what I do usually when I get a new technology, a new console, a new game. I'm like trying to to find the issues with the headset and the new game. But after getting over it, it's totally fine, man. It's totally awesome. I cannot wait to play more. I have Tomb Raider VR.
Ooh.
I have I want to finish Rush of Blood. I want to try Home Sweet Home on the VR. And I have another game. I don't remember. Oh, Resident Evil 7. Like you told me in the last podcast. So.
Yeah, lots of good picks.
Have you played anything this weekend?
This weekend, I was playing a lot of that Halloween Forever game, which is a 2-bit side-scrolling game. Very difficult, but I've gotten a groove down on it, and it's a very, very enjoyable game. It's spooky looking. It's just a cute little spooky game. My girlfriend, my fiance, really loves it. It's one of those games. It's kind of like Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
Except you get to unlock new characters, which give you different weapons, not just picking them up off the ground. And I think it's a step above games like Siggy or Ghosts and Goblins, because I think it's a lot more fun, and I think it's a lot better, it's a little bit better, more well put together. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Yeah. I will be putting out a review of it once I start my reviews. You have a promise there, but it is recommended by me. It is a very fun game, and it's a little bit of a challenge. So if you like a little bit of a challenge and you love Halloween, I think would be a perfect game for you to play. It's also got a killer soundtrack, and the boss fights are really fun.
That's cool. I got a free key for the game like a couple of days ago. You got a free key from Keymailer too, or?
Oh no, I bought the game. I had to pay for it. Yep.
It's really cheap, right?
Yeah, it's only like $5. Yeah.
But you should totally register yourself on Keymailer.
I am.
Okay, you are already. All right.
I think I won't start getting keys until like the reviews are in full swing, and then the developer sees that and they're like, oh, he's gonna review our game in like a week.
Yeah, you will get swarmed by keys. This is a process I am right now. I'm getting games that I don't even request anymore. Like sometimes you got a couple of reviews for their games, so they are just sending me their games all over, man. And sometimes I have to reject keys because otherwise, it's games that I'm not interested in. But yeah, Halloween Forever. I wanted to try this. This is totally my type of game, like 8-bit, killer soundtrack, like you said. It seems like controlling a little bit better than Siggy too. Siggy was kind of crappy.
PlayStation, yeah.
Not crappy, but...
Well, Siggy controlled better, I think, with the controller than the keyboard that I was using when I was live streaming
probably, yeah.
And I think Halloween Forever is the same thing, where it probably controls a lot better with a controller rather than the keystrokes. But I like I said, I've been having a great time. I haven't beaten it yet. I've gotten really, really far, though. You have to do the whole game on 3 lives. And once you unlock characters, you find them in the game, you can do that same secret path. And instead of a character, there'll be an extra life. So I got pretty far in it, and I just... you kind of mess up here and there, and you lose lives here and there, and it all kind of wells up until you have 0, and you're like, well... we're almost at the end of the game. I was at this boss fight called the Sorcerer, and it was the first time I had gotten there, and I had 3 lives, and I lost all 3 of them because I wasn't getting the pattern.
Yeah.
But I think I got it now. So next time I play, I think I'm gonna blaze through it, and hopefully I'll beat it for the first time. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, it's not like dying has been frustrating. It's just been a fun experience.
So you recommend that I do a video, like a review, not a review, but a first impressions video?
Yeah, do it for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. My plan is to record this weekend and release the video something like Tuesday or Wednesday, just in time for Halloween, because otherwise you miss the window basically. But yeah,
well, I hope you enjoy.
I cannot wait to see your reviews too on your channel.
Yeah, they'll be coming next month. So
next month.
I'm
perfect.
I'm getting things ready, and I think I'm pretty close. But like I said, I'm waiting until next month so I can finish things that I'm live streaming right now, and then we'll switch to the new format next month with the update video coming November 1st.
Cannot wait, man. Cannot wait to see your changes on your channel. That will be awesome, man. All right, you ready for the news?
I am ready.
All right. Before starting the news, the
Right.
CronoCast is recorded each and every week on Wednesdays and is uploaded on YouTube on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Our podcast is divided into several segments. So we'll talk about the news, like I said, new releases, topic of the show, trophies, questions from the listeners, and a PlayStation memory. So the first news of the week of the podcast is Days Gone delayed to avoid Horde of new releases on PS4.
Right.
Yeah, and do not forget the H, right?
Don't forget the H on that one.
Yeah, because otherwise it's something else, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So basically, the original release date was February 2019, and it's been pushed like 2 months. April 2019. Basically, they said they're trying probably to avoid games like Dead or Alive 6, Anthem, Metro Exodus, and Dirt Rally 2.0, but doesn't seem like direct competition. Maybe Anthem, but the other games, maybe it's just to polish the game. This is what I'm trying to say.
Well, a lot of people are gaming on a budget, and I think this is a good idea to kind of break away from because February is a huge month for gaming, no matter which year you look at, and having such a big cast of games coming out, including Metro Exodus, which just isn't kind of the same vein survival kind of horror as Days Gone. I think this is a great idea by them, and people are probably saying all their theories or whatever, but I just think that it's they're just breaking away from it, kind of like Battlefield 5 did. They went away from the Black Ops release, which was probably the best idea for them. This one, same thing. Days Gone, you're breaking away from the pack of games that are coming out in February, and you're moving to April, where really nothing has been scheduled yet.
Yeah. And games like The Last of Us have been found great success on June of it's a good, I think it's a better month, April, for a game like this. But what I'm trying to say is that Anthem and Metro Exodus are first-person shooters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Days Gone is more story-based game, so not sure if it's direct competition, but I guess there's no best month now. Basically, all the months are pretty jammed, so maybe April will find great success, I guess, but we'll see. Who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll be a flop. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So PS4 downloads account, that one was crazy to me. PS4 downloads accounts for 2.7% of global internet traffic. So we have a great graphic there. Now there's visuals too to the podcast, guys. So if you're just listening, because you listen to all the previous podcasts only by listening, now you can watch the same news we are talking about. So when there's visual effect or graphics like that, you will be able to see. I think it's a little better. In live streams it was a lot better, I think, for the viewers, so we'll keep that format. If you want to listen to the podcast, you listen to it. We'll try to explain our best, but you have visuals now. First of all, it was surprising to you that 2.7% of all internet download is by PlayStation?
Yeah, it was a surprise to me.
Yeah, for sure. Netflix 15%, YouTube 11.4%. Prime is falling behind. I'm surprised that Prime isn't like doing better than that, actually.
Yeah, 3.7 seems a little low for Prime. I don't even see Hulu's not even on this list, so I mean, Hulu
Maybe
is
others.
lower.
Yeah, maybe less than 1% or something like that. And after that, there's HTTP media stream. I'm not sure what that means. After that, there's tons of
web pages that allow you to stream video or something like that. Kind of like I listen to a lot of podcasts that have their own websites, and the videos for them are on there. So that might be what they mean by that.
Oh yeah, okay, I understand now. HTTP is the normal protocol, HTTPS and stuff like that. So PlayStation 2.7%, but it's kind of huge files actually, so I'm not that surprised. But Netflix with 15% of all internet traffic, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy.
And with games getting bigger and bigger, I mean, I bet that number's going to go up. I mean, who's buying Red Dead downloads? That's like a a 60, 100 gig game. Same
Yeah, for
thing
sure.
with probably Fallout and stuff like that. Like that number is probably going to rise pretty steadily.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
All right.
All right. So the next news is EA Motive founder Jade Raymond departs Montreal studio. So we wish her all the best. Well, I guess that's what they said. So basically, Jade Raymond worked for Ubisoft before for a long time. Actually, she was like the head of Ubisoft basically, and now she moved to EA. And she worked on various games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I don't think it worked well for her. And they basically said goodbye to her, and now she's gonna find another job for sure. She's really talented, actually, but she's a big figure in the video games industry for sure. She used to do the E3. She used to be on stage for Ubisoft and stuff like that. So wish her the best, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll move to a better company.
Yep.
Ubisoft has really been dropping the ball with a lot of things lately, like Battlefront 2, and I played the beta for Battlefield 5, and I'm not impressed by these games anymore, and they really need to pick it up. Like Assassin's Creed, I mean, they picked that up, so they need to do that with the rest of their series, or else they're gonna fall into the same trap that Telltale did.
You're talking about EA or?
Oh, Ubisoft. I switched companies on us. Dang it.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I saw EA Motive in here.
yeah, EA Motive was working on unannounced Star Wars game, and also functioned as a support studio for various games. Yep. Yeah, she'll find another job for sure. I'm not even worried, man.
Not even worried.
All right, so this one is kind of surprising once again for me. Spyro Reignited, that's a rumor, by the way. Trilogy physical copies to have multiple discs. So Spyro's games are a little more open world than Crash Bandicoot, for instance. So it might be a little bigger games, I guess. So that's why it's on multiple discs.
Yeah. And hey, didn't I say back when we were talking about it that they were probably going back and putting everything on a disc? Oh, I might be right.
I don't remember that.
Oh, you have to go back and watch that.
Okay.
I said they're probably doing this because they're gonna put all the games on the disc because they had such backlash from people. And here we go.
Oh, yeah,
they're making
I
it a
remember.
dual disc game possibly, which I'm okay with. You know, I don't know
Sure.
why the first game would get its own disc and then the second and third would get, the same, on one disc. I'm not sure about that because I'm pretty sure 2 and 3 are way bigger than Spyro 1, but I'm not complaining if I don't have to download 2 and 3 to play them.
Like Red Dead is actually 2 discs too. We'll talk about that later, but one disc is the data disc. It's called it's written on the disc, and the other one is the play disc. So I guess you have to enter the data disc, install pretty much all the games, and insert the play disc in your console to actually play the games. That's my guess. I think that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, that's a good guess as any, huh?
Yep. So you don't have to switch the disc. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah. And I like that better.
And this is actually funny how they found out the rumor. It's you can see on the screen right now, but they are chatting with Target Chat. They are trying, like someone is asking if there's more than one disc. And like the Sherry, that's the name of the person that is responding to Pete, said, "Yeah, there's 2 discs. I just went back and checked, and there's 2 discs." And so he said, "Thank you." And this is where the rumor came from, man.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
And 2 times. Another one is Walmart. So Walmart said 3 discs. Target said 2 discs. So who knows at this point, right?
Oh, wow.
There's more than 1 disc for sure.
If it's a leak, it's coming from Walmart or Target, that's for sure.
Yeah,
or
they don't
Amazon.
know what they're doing, man.
Sometimes Amazon drops the ball too.
Yeah, but usually it's not like Amazon Canada or Amazon US. It's like Amazon France or Amazon UK. Some weird countries, right?
Yeah,
gonna get the backlash
France.
on this one. Who's from the UK? Iron is from the UK.
Player 2.
Player
Vex.
2, yeah, that's the one I was searching for. Yeah, it will be in the comment. You're like, you fuckers. All right.
I think it's more Vex and people in her area because the Welsh seem to be their own kind of place.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And player 2 is writing like a giant walls of text in the comment section, man. Appreciate you, dude. But he's writing like a full essay of like 1,000 words, and like he's covering all the news we talked about. He seems like super passionate about the podcast, so I really appreciate you, man.
I
So
know. I'm a
yeah,
little
he's
jealous. He doesn't write that much on my podcast.
oh really? Maybe it's because it's about video games more than like talking to
Maybe.
people. I don't know.
Also, he's an Xbox fan guy.
Oh
So,
really?
yeah. I guess it's probably just interesting to listen to another side of the story, huh?
I guess. But maybe we'll be blocked for the next one. Who knows, right?
Maybe.
Talking about Xbox? Not sure about that, man.
And
I didn't know that actually.
oh,
Doesn't have a
yeah.
PlayStation?
No, he also has a Mac too.
Oof. He's
Oh man,
definitely blocked now, too.
we're tearing him apart today. It was my
he's
daily
gonna
video. Now it's this podcast.
he's gonna listen to it. That's the funny part too.
Yeah.
Now we'll know if he's listening to it or not.
That paragraph just got 3 paragraphs longer of just hate.
All right. Bethesda warns of spectacular Fallout 76 issues, promises to fix them. So it's a pretty rare occurrence actually that a developer, a publisher, take the time to write a letter to say that the games is like in a not a poor state, but they actually warns players that the game has like breaking bugs and that it's basically unfinished. You can see it on the screen right now. The important part right now is the one of the last paragraphs. We all know with the scale of our games and the system, we let you use the or unforeseen bugs and issues always come up. Given what we're doing with 76, we know we are opening everyone up to a spectacular issues none of us have encountered. Some we are aware of, such as area with performance needs to improve with lots of players. Other we surely don't. We need your help finding them and advice on what's important to fix. So basically they are saying that there's a lot of bugs and we are waiting for the launch for people to find them. Is that weird?
That's very strange. This is actually making me think of waiting to get the game until they've fixed everything, because this is a massively multiplayer open world game, and the track record with these types of games is like with the Division. Day one, it's just a broken mess and you can't do anything, and then eventually, probably about a day later, they usually get everything back up and working, and you just find the glitches after that. But this might, I mean, they're making this sound like it's like completely broken shell of a game, and they're just gonna wing it pretty much. They're like, yeah, it's on disc, and yeah, here you go. They're just gonna throw them out of their cars and hope people play them. I'm seriously concerned now after this. Even though I love Bethesda, Bethesda's a great studio. I am probably gonna wait on Fallout 76 now, because of this. Not because they're a bad company, or I'm glad that they're upfront about it. I'm just like, I would rather wait until the game is polished, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate the fact that they wrote this letter before the launch too. This is actually like saying a lot about the studios and how much they love what they're doing. But yeah, this is scary, man. And even the online, there's online in this game, right?
It's all online.
Okay, so yeah, they are pretty much saying that the online is not like finished, basically. It's like it's working, but we don't know where it will crash exactly. But here we go. Take your game.
We don't know how it's working. We unplugged all the cables and it's still going. So
It's scary, man. It's really scary to me. Well, I was not planning on buying the game anyway, but man, this is like just delay the game after Christmas, right?
right. Yeah, they should. I mean, I mean, a lot of other companies have had the same problem where their game releases and it's just a mess. No Man's Sky being one of them, and
Yeah,
I think pushing the date back would probably it would make I'm sure it would anger a lot of people because they're like, I want to play the game now. But would you rather play a game that is finished, or would you rather play a game that's literally like a Steam Greenlight title that is messy and buggy and hardly works? I mean, I know people are really big fans of Bethesda and of the series, but I mean, you gotta go with quality over, anything else.
yeah, for sure. Well, No Man's Sky was kind of different because they basically lied that they had online component when it wasn't true at all. I think like Fallout 76 have online, and it probably needs a lot of tweaking. Probably they all wait like at this point. Why not put the game on beta, right? Put the game on beta, let them try and fix it and release it like in January. It's Fallout. Nobody cares when it will come out. The fans will buy the game either way. So I'm not sure what they're trying to do with that.
Oh, they could just go with the Fortnite way of doing things, just keep the game in beta forever. Who knows?
It's still in beta?
Yeah. Oh wait, maybe it did get an official release
I
a
don't
few
know.
months
I'm just
ago.
asking. I have no
I
idea actually.
But there are a lot of games stuck in that beta limbo where they're probably never going to get out of it, and they could do that with Fallout.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
you know,
It won't even hurt the game actually.
probably wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the next couple news is regarding the issues Sony had with the message that breaks console, and also the PSN ID changes, which is kind of scary. But the first one is it's a new firmware. Basically, the update 6.02 has been released. Once again, it's only says that this patch in this system software updates improve system performance. That's pretty much that's the main reason they are putting like the notes. The notes is always the same for all the patches. That's what I'm trying to say. But a lot of users are saying that it's probably to fix the messages that made the console in the loop crash. So what are your thoughts on this?
It's probably the update for that. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't see they. I don't know. Hopefully they fix the problem, whatever problem they were having with the messages. I went ahead and I just blocked people from messaging me who aren't on my friends list. And really, I don't need to get messages from random people while I'm playing Call of Duty or
Yeah.
something like that, calling me an asshole or whatever they want to say to me, that untrue things, to be honest with you. So I'm fine with just blocking messages, but hopefully they fixed it with this, or maybe they've started the fix with this and they're gonna continue on. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And also, Sony has been sending out beta codes to change the username. So that's good, right? That's a cool way to do it. Like you put your most loyal fan that's been there since the beginning, and give them basically this little like gift to them. But the disclaimer says that you may lose access to content you've purchased for games like add-ons and virtual currency. And
Oh
it
boy.
also warns of potential lost progress, leaderboard data, and progress toward trophies.
Woo.
So if I were you guys, if I got one of those beta codes, do not change your PSN profile name. Not PSN profile, PSN name at all, actually. You waited 10 years for that. You can wait an extra month or 2 months, maybe. This is way too risky for me, too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. I have a lot of digital games, digital content, a lot of trophies that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
I
Guitar
wouldn't
Hero
want to.
Live, right?
Well, yeah, I can't. You can't do Guitar Hero Live anymore after December. But hopefully they'll fix these kinks and these things. I understand, like, if there's like something in a game, like a leaderboard or something that you won't be able to access because you changed your name, or maybe your stats get reset. Understandable for that. There's really no way to fix that. But a lot of these things probably can be fixed just by giving you like a user ID and then just copying your data over to the new name. And hopefully enough people who aren't concerned about trophies or anything like that will test out the beta and use the codes, and it'll all be working. And hopefully next month, I would love to see a fully operational Star Destroyer.
Yeah, for sure. And the top comment in Push Square is worth the risk to get rid of my Willy Wagger Dagger 69 username. Oh my god. Comment section sometimes it's really funny, especially on small sites like Push Square. The community is really small, and you get to know a little bit like PSN Profile. You get to know the people that are always posting on forums, and always a good laugh for sure. The next couple news is regarding PSVR. So I'm a new customer, a new owner of the PSVR. I'm super happy. You probably got this this gift, right?
I haven't seen it yet. But I'm definitely gonna run downstairs after the podcast and make sure I have it and use it.
Okay, so basically, so it's 2 years anniversary of PSVR. We celebrated that in the previous podcast or the one before, right?
Hold on, Chrono. It says that it expires on the 23rd of October.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's all over.
Oh my god.
I think I missed it. I probably got the email and I didn't even notice
so
what
short
it was.
too.
Yeah, that was very short.
So it's Thursday 3 p.m. last week, and
No,
so
it
it's
was
not
yesterday.
even a week.
Yeah, I guess not even a week. Yeah.
Okay. So
Wow.
you had the chance, right?
I
You had the
guess.
chance.
I don't know if I even had the chance. I don't remember getting any emails from PlayStation that weren't just my PayPal notifications.
So you were day one, or?
I was close to day one.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you needed to purchase the PSVR through Sony, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. Too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. Moving on.
Really cool picture, too. Look at him. He seems to have a good time.
Yeah, he's having a great time with that move controller or whatever it's called, the aim controller, whatever.
Yeah, this one came with Farpoint, I think.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's Farpoint. I never got around to buying that because I thought it was a waste of money. But hey, never know. Maybe down the road I might grab it just to test it out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You'll be disappointed with this one. Borderlands 2 VR won't ship with DLC. And the DLC are really good in Borderlands 2, as far as I know. Not sure why. Yeah. Maybe lack of time, or they just said fuck it and just push Borderlands 2 VR but without the DLC. Maybe they will come later to you. I don't know, but what do you think about that, man?
I would hope they'd add them for free later because they are free with those the Handsome Jack things and stuff like that came out for the PlayStation 4.
The Handsome Collection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the game has enough content in its original form to warrant a full price. Maybe not full price, but for the VR thing, a $30 price tag would be ample. You'd have enough to do to keep you busy. Because really, the DLCs are great. They're fine. They add tons of content. They add tons of new characters and tons of new fun adventures. But the core of the game is still really, really, really good. So I don't think people will be missing the DLC too much. But I do hope that they add it, in for free because it's free everywhere else, technically.
Yeah. And they are revealing that you'll be able to drive from a first-person perspective and dual-wield weapons using 2 PlayStation Move wands. Not sure how that will work, too.
Probably just with Rush of Blood, you just kind of move around.
Yeah, but you cannot advance, right? You cannot.
Yeah, you can use X to go forward and O to go backward or whatever it is, or trying.
Oh my God. You use your head to aim the that seems weird to me.
Don't use your head. Use the controller.
But it doesn't have a joystick.
No, it works. I used the button pushes on Until Dawn. Not Until Dawn. I'm sorry. On Arizona Sunshine, I used them on. I'm pretty much any game, open world game like Skyrim, stuff like that. I've used the button pushes. Even the Lost Soul. For the VR, it works just as well. Really, all you have to do, one button turns you, and one button moves you forward, one button moves you backward. It's a very smooth system, and it's a lot easier than moving your head or using the motion controls to move forward.
So, but you can play with the controller, right?
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not sure. I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Okay. It seems weird to me to use 2 PlayStation Move to Okay, maybe I'll have to actually
Yeah,
try
you
it.
gotta try it out. It is like it's a lot better than I think the jump point where you point and then go there. I
Yeah.
definitely think it's better than that because you have a little bit more control. You can kind of move at your own pace. I always use it that way. I don't know. I'm used to it, and it's better for me personally.
Okay, I'll have to try it out. And everybody's golf VR takes a shot in virtual reality next year. So it will come in 2019. This is the kind of games that I want to play on VR, like short experience, games that I know I'll love, like Everybody's Golf and Hotshot Golf. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of bring back memories of Wii Sports.
Yeah, but I hope it will be better.
I do too. I hope it'll be better. I think there was a game for the original PlayStation 3 with like a golf game for the camera and the Move controllers. I never really heard anything about that one. But hopefully this is a
I don't remember.
good experience. Everyone's golf has always gotten great reviews,
Yep.
so I think it's going to be a good fit for the VR.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And with the move that seems more natural, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure if you tried this one. Not sure if you had the season pass for Spider-Man, but the Heist out next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is basically yesterday, or for you guys, it's the day before. Because you're listening this on Thursday, so yeah, it's already released 2 days ago. Go download it now. So you can see right now the suits, the new suits. There's a red and black, like metallic blue and red, and more classic, really ugly. The last one is really bad.
Yeah.
But and it seems to have like mixed reviews. It seems to add a lot of story. So I'm kind of excited about this one.
Yeah, I want to get the season pass. I just hadn't got around to it. And the missions with Black Cat in the original game were very sexual.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they continue this little romance they have going on in the DLC. Well, maybe it's not really a romance because he's with MJ or whatever. But we'll see how this goes. I really want to play it, so I'm definitely gonna get it after I finish the story, the main story.
This side quest was actually really awesome. They don't see each other, right?
No, it's just you look at the cats.
Yeah, exactly. I really enjoyed this one. Like the side quests in Spider-Man's are all special, right? It's quite short. It's linked to collectibles, and collectibles are fun to get because you're flying really fast through the map. I'm still enjoying this game. I'm taking my time with games like this. I'm usually like playing 1 hour, 2 hours off stream to collect like all the collectibles, the boring
The
stuff.
pigeons.
But
Yeah.
pigeons really is really fun, man.
I know. I like doing the pigeons.
Yeah.
They were everywhere though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of pigeons. That's right. That is right.
But
So there's
it
more
was worth
after
it.
finishing the
Well, it
side
was
quest,
worth
or?
it to see that man smile. So
Oh, okay. So I collected a lot actually. I think I'm nearly finished that
I think
side
there's
mission.
like 20 or some pigeons you have to collect.
That's not a lot of pigeons. What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, you have to chase them around for a few minutes. You have to go to each location.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you using the waypoint, like the fast travel?
No, I just swing around the city.
Sometimes I'm using them actually when it's really far.
Well, yeah, if I'm like at the top of the map and you need to go to the bottom, yeah, I'll use it. But for the most part, if I'm like in the middle, I just go wherever. I press R3 and I go, okay, that's close, and I go there.
Yeah, it's a really fun game, man. I have like nothing bad to say about the game. A little bit like God of War. Nothing bad to say about the game. Really enjoying the story. Really enjoying the gameplay. So
Can I just say that the MJ missions and the other kid missions are just really boring as hell?
I saw that in your streams.
They are so bad.
Yeah, it's so slow and so boring, and it's like instant death too, almost.
Yep.
Everybody hated that.
Can't wait to
hated
do it on
them in-
ultimate difficulty.
What's that?
Can't wait to do those missions on ultimate difficulty.
But you don't need to, right?
Oh, you have to. It's part of the main story, main campaign.
The change of difficulty?
The character missions, the MJ and any other. They're part of the main mission. And
Okay, I'm not there yet. That's why I don't understand probably.
you haven't done one MJ mission where you're
Yep.
MJ?
In
You
the
haven't?
museum?
Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of levels like that where you're MJ and you go around hiding from people. It's really bad.
Yeah. The one I did in the museum was really bad too. But it's not like it's bad. It's because the part with Spider-Man are so good that the MJ mission seems so bad, right?
Well, if it was a standalone game with just MJ missions, I probably wouldn't have played it.
Yeah, that's true. So that means it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. I that's the one thing about the game that I really just despise. Like if it was just the one mission where you were in the museum, I would be fine with it. But she shows up so often, it's bad.
Yeah. I kind of I'm seeing I see where you go with that for sure. So like I said, I got like mixed reviews, 7.5, 7. Game Informer said that it's worth your time, but it's not like absolutely amazing. And AGM now, not sure what that is, but worth your time too. So it's good.
I would
But
say a
it's not
7
amazing.
is fair.
Yeah.
You know, a 7 is like it's good, but it's not amazing, you know. Like a lot of people look at a 7, they go, "Oh, not getting that." It's like, "What?" It's 7.
Yeah, 7's good. It's
Yeah,
still
7's
good.
fine. I mean, if it was more like a 4 or a 3, I'd understand, but a 7? Go ahead and
Yep,
get it.
and for DLC too, like how many DLCs are absolutely awesome, right? Like Bloodborne, BioShock,
Probably
Borderlands,
Mass Effect 2 had great DLCs to it.
but you can count them on two hands, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So 7.5, you already have it if you have the season pass anyway, so play it, man. Play
I'm wondering
it.
who's going to be the next villain they highlight.
I'm not even sure who's the first villain yet.
You're not sure who the...
Well,
collect the-
there's you mean like is that spoilery or?
No, because the Black Cat stuff comes up really soon, like early in the campaign. You've already collected all the cats. You already know who's going to be the star of the DLC if you know who the Black Cat is.
So Black Cat is the side mission we're talking about, right?
The DLC? She's a part of the Black Cat side mission where you collect the cats
Yeah.
and the
yeah,
heist.
yeah, I
the heist-
remember that.
You collect
I
all the
might
cats.
have missed
to see-
something then.
Well,
Like
you
a
collect all the
dialogue?
cats and you find out that she's doing a huge heist, and that's where the DLC would kick off after that is, you try and thwart her heist, which that from what I've read, and she's in the screenshots for the DLC, so she's obviously
No, I understand that it's the following of like the side quests, but I did not like click when I finished the side mission because I didn't know there was a DLC coming up. So that's why I'm confusing. I'm confused.
I didn't know there was a side mission. I mean, I didn't know the DLC was coming, but now that the DLC's out, I
Makes
get
sense.
that, it was like a cliffhanger at the end of her mission.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
I'm wondering what the next villain is going to be that they're going to highlight. Either from the main campaign, maybe they'll have like a Fisk thing, like he tries to break out of jail. Maybe they'll bring back one of the other villains in the game. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe it'll be a new one. Maybe it'll just be a completely new villain that we haven't seen in the game yet.
Yeah, and
Which would
probably
be
a
kinda
new
cool.
villain. I would guess so. That's my guess though. So this one is also super surprising to me. Marvel's Spider-Man enjoyed the biggest launch in PlayStation history. History.
Better than Africa.
Better than Africa. So there was something like okay, Marvel's Spider-Man achieved launch month sale 37% higher than the combined launch month sales of all other Spider-Man's game.
Wow.
Released since NPD in 95. So basically this game sold more than all the Spider-Man's games combined. So congrats to Insomniac Games and everyone involved. You can see there, this is surprising, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it had, people love Spider-Man, so I think it had a good chance of doing this, and hey, it did.
Yep, I'm not sure how many. There's no like set numbers though.
Of course not.
Yep, not in this article, but it's number one on September 2018. There's Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there's Shadow of the Tomb Raider in fifth. There's Super Mario Party, but we can't talk about this one.
I'm
Dragon
surprised
Quest
that-
11.
Frickin' Minecraft is still on the top 20. That's crazy.
Minecraft is absolutely crazy, man.
You'd think
And
it would
Grand Theft
stop
Auto 5
selling
too.
eventually.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that's another one it just never dies. It won't die until the next game comes out.
And freaking Crash Bandicoot 2 in 17, still
That's good.
kicking.
Yeah.
But it has been re-released on all consoles, so that might be why.
Yeah, it's probably helping. Plus computer sales, Switch sales, Xbox.
Yeah, for sure. So for PlayStation only, there's Marvels, there's sports titles, and there's Dragon Quest 11. Like we talked about this in the last podcast, they said that they didn't know if they would bring out another Dragon Quest, but look, man, it's selling.
Yeah.
It's selling. Not sure what they were talking about, man. And
Oh,
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Nervous.
What's that?
They're probably just nervous. They had
Yeah, but they can be nervous in private too.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't talk about.
Come out and don't show your weakness. Just go with it.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the last news of the week is regarding, of course, Red Dead Redemption. Just so you guys know, it's 100 gigabyte download. The disk installation is 100 gigabyte, and if you purchase the game digitally, you will have to have another extra 50 gigabyte free. So basically 150 gigabyte. That's huge. That's like half of my hard drive, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna be a big one. I'm definitely gonna pick this one up early on Thursday night at GameStop to install it overnight, and hopefully I'll have enough room. I think I've already cleared out most of the games that I'm just not playing, or games that have been sitting on my console, or games that I've finished. So hopefully I'll have the room and I'll be able to keep it on there until I'm done with it.
But wait, there's a day one patch too.
There's more.
There's more, so the game might be more than 150 gigabyte actually. But you can preload, right?
Yeah. Preloading is probably a good idea with this game, especially if you have the disc version, like I will on Thursday night. Definitely let it download overnight so that you're not, waking up in the morning going, I want to play Red Dead, and then you have to wait, all day, freaking 6 hours to play it or something.
And the speed on PlayStation, download speed on PlayStation, like I have a really good connection at home. 500 download, 500 upload, and I cannot get good speed on PlayStation. I don't know why. I really don't. I think they blocked it actually.
They might have. They might have throttled you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, get ready. And the next segment is the Ferret's Drop. So it's all yours, man.
All right. So today on the Ferret Drop, there wasn't too many games that I wanted to talk about today, but I did pick out a few that I was interested in and thought everyone else would be maybe interested in. But the first one is the only VR game this week that I wanted to talk about, and that is Bugs Box VR. This game sounded better, and then when I looked at the gameplay, I was like, I don't know about this. But what you do is you move your character and you push blocks around to defeat the invading bugs. It's a casual VR game with simple controls for everyone to play. I don't think I'm gonna pick this one up. It's a very childish looking game. It doesn't look fun, to be honest with you. I thought it was something different when I was looking through it before. Like I thought it was I don't even know what I thought it was. I don't even know why this game is like VR either. It's just a top down. You push blocks and you kill things with the blocks. It
seems Bomberman a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But yeah, it's only single player, and I just we're just gonna move on because I shouldn't have picked that one. But
I understand.
Next up is Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of Night, and the Rondo of Blood. This is releasing on the 26th this week, the same day as Red Dead. And this is just it's the two best-selling, the greatest Castlevania games, as they say. You experience two of the greatest Castlevania games in the series, get to the top of Dracula's castle as the descendant of a famed clan of vampire hunters in Rondo of Blood, or you can play as Dracula's son, Alucard, which is Dracula spelled backwards, in Symphony of the Night. And I really enjoyed Symphony of the Night. It's one of my favorite games. I never played Rondo of Blood, so I'm definitely going to pick this game up and play that one probably second, because I like to relive Symphony of the
it's
Night.
the prequel, right?
Oh, it is. I guess I better play Rondo of Blood first because I don't really
Yep.
remember much from Symphony. I just remember that the music is awesome and I love the Dracula theme and just the graphics and all that. So definitely worth picking up. I think it's $30
I don't
if
have
I'm
the
not
direct
mistaken.
link. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that. I think it's either 20 or 30 in America.
Excluding Canada, right?
Yeah, 10 add 10 to
It
that
will be like
Canadian note.
$120 here, something like that.
All
Yep.
right.
Symphony of the Night is absolutely amazing. Rondo of Blood is a little bit less amazing. Still a good game too. So good
Okay.
package, and we'll talk about the trophies later too.
Yes, awesome. Next is Grid Retro Enhanced, and this is like a fast-paced, intense arcade-style cyberpunk hacking shoot 'em up with an incredible soundtrack and electrifying graphics. You pilot your little craft, the hack through an environment of involving enemies, deadly lasers, and other obstacles. You attempt to take down an unrelenting security mainframe. So this is pretty much just a speed demon type of game. You dodge things, you shoot things while going through a track. Very reminiscent of a game called Audio Surf on Steam and or that Harmonix game, which I can't remember the name of right now. That came out a while ago on the PlayStation 3 that was remastered.
Oh
But
yeah,
it
the
looks
music
really
game
fast paced. Yeah, it's
Amplitude.
Amplitude. That's what it's called.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's like if you love fast paced gameplay, this is definitely one for you. Very very cool. And I think I'll probably pick it up later when it's on sale because it is $12 right now, which I think is a little bit much for a game like this.
Would have been cool in VR too.
Yeah, it would be cool in VR. Maybe we'll give you a little bit of a headache, maybe a seizure, but
Yeah,
yeah, it'd be cool.
cool to throw up, right?
Right. um, let's see. So Halloween Forever digitally came out
Yep.
the 22nd. Don't need to worry about that when we talked about that last time.
Yep.
Next up is Nickelodeon Kart Racer. And you hit the slime-filled racetracks as you select a racer from one of your favorite Nick shows like SpongeBob, Hey Arnold, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Rugrats.
This is expensive, man.
You race your friends in up to 4-player local multiplayer, or you can go into the battle arena for a variety of challenges. I feel like this game is a major cash grab. The graphics are not really that great. The gameplay does not seem that refined, and it is expensive for a game that looks like this and feels like this.
Well, yeah.
And plus, there's no online. It's only 4-player local multiplayer, which is ridiculous. The last game that came out like this that didn't have online multiplayer but had a multiplayer mode was the Family Guy game, and that was just the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. And this is even stupider. So definitely skip this one. It'll probably be free eventually, maybe. But I mean, damn, $40 freaking 50 Canadian for this game that looks like a late PS2 game. I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. Seems like a cash grab. It's even like, I don't know, man. They are trying to cash grab basically on big franchises.
Well, yeah,
That's
and
my
these
guess,
these
yeah.
characters are, most of them are from '90s shows that I loved. Hey Arnold, Rugrats, stuff like that.
TNT, yeah.
And it just looks like shit. Like I gotta
Yeah.
be blunt with you, it just looks like shit. And they're trying to get people who are like, "Oh, Hey Arnold, I love that show." Because hey, look, it's Arnold. Yeah, just skip it. Just
Yeah,
take
skip
our
it.
advice. Skip this one.
But what about Paw Patrol too?
Paw Patrol is another Nickelodeon game for children. I'm not even sure what you do in this game, to be honest with you.
I was joking, by the way. We don't want to talk about.
Oh, we're talking
I've-
about this.
No. Oh, really?
The Paw Patrol. You brought it up. We're talking about it. The Paw Patrol is ready to save the day in this adventure. It's you go on 16 exciting rescue missions, but they can only do it with your help. The Paw Patrol needs your help, Cronocyde. Help each pup use their unique abilities to rescue friends and keep their community safe. Jump into 8 awesome Adventure Bay locations, including Farmer Yumi's Farm. Such a great place to go. Jake's Mountain. It's a little bit perilous, but it's safe. And you can go to a desert canyon, under the waves, and more. Get ready for a fun, puzzling, platforming adventure that is perfect. That doesn't work. That
Yeah,
could be
that's a bad. That's a bad.
for kids of all ages and adults. So they say.
You know I watched them all, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why when you joked about it, I just rolled with it.
Yeah, my son used to love now. Used to love Paw Patrol. Now is too old for that. But it's not a bad show actually. It's good for kids. But the game seems like trash. And $40 once again.
Yeah, it's
40
another
freaking bucks, man.
two Nickelodeon games that look like late PS2 games coming out on the same day that have the same price tag. Both of them geared technically towards children. Seems a little fishy to me.
Yep, but they will sell. They will sell.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, time for the real Ferret drop. Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out the 26th this Friday. This is the prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1. This is the epic tale of life in America in its unforgiving heartland. It's Western themed, of course. It's a vast and atmospheric world that provides the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience. So they're bringing back the multiplayer. I think they're doing like a battle royale mode, and they're doing the co-op like posse up mode, which would be amazing. The story is 60 hours long, with tons of side missions and things to do. Like I said, it's a prequel to Red Dead, so John Marston isn't in it, but his father is. And you go along with the old gang. You get to learn a little bit more about these characters who you kind of just found and killed in the first game. So I think it's going to be a really interesting game. It's going to be vastly superior to Red Dead 1, even though Red Dead 1 got a perfect score from me back when it came out. I think this game is going to get another 10 out of 10, hopefully. I'm a little concerned about the multiplayer because I hope they refined it a little bit, and hopefully it's not just the battle royale. But we'll see. But I'm really excited. I'm a real big fan of Western stuff, and Red Dead 1 was what I liked, and this game looks like more of the same.
Have they remastered the original Red Dead Redemption?
No, they never. There were plans or rumors about it, but it never happened. Once they released that Undead Red Dead Redemption DLC, it was
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, it
That
was
was a
great.
good DLC.
They really should do a bundle remaster of both those games, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do that.
Rockstar doesn't do that usually. Well, they did that with what was the detective game?
L.A. Noire.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't develop the game, but they published the game, and they did the remastered. This game was awesome too. I have the platinum for this one.
Oh, wow.
I love this game, man. L.A. Noire was really good, really different.
The last game for the Ferret drop today is called Sky Hill. This is set after World War III, but you're playing as a guy who wasn't really a part of the war. You're kind of in a penthouse. You were living the life of luxury until a bioweapon blows away the life that you know and turns people into mutants. They're everywhere, and they're eager to rip you to shreds.
What a surprise!
Supplies are low, and you have to leave and go through hell to find safety. It's a roguelike RPG in an apocalyptic setting with randomly generated maps. You gain experience, you craft weapons, and you search for useful objects in this wasteland. So I thought it was kind of a cool idea. I don't know if I'll pick it up right away, but it's definitely one that I'm interested in.
All right, I have nothing to add this week.
Good. Well, you already added Paw Patrol, so...
Yeah, yes, you're right. Slenderman looks good too. The movie?
Slenderman the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, stay away from that.
Not a huge fan of horror movies?
I like horror movies, but Slenderman got very, very negative reviews from
all
three of my favorite movie reviewers.
Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb can go suck a dick. Nah.
Oh, really? You don't?
That's
my main source. That's why IMDb. I love the layout and the stars.
I have three people who I trust for movie recommendations on YouTube, and they all three of them laid it out pretty clearly that Slenderman was just a god awful movie.
Do you want to name them? Do you remember?
Yeah, I know. One is Ralph the Movie Maker. Another one is Your Movie Sucks, and the last one, who's my favorite British YouTuber, I Hate Everything, aka IAG.
Okay.
And they run a podcast together that I listen to called CronoCast. And they
I I would love to let me know after the show. I love to listen to podcasts, obviously, but I'm listening usually to video games podcasts, but movies podcasts sometimes it's really good too. So maybe drop
it's interesting.
look in the comment section. Yemi will drop the
I'll try to remember.
the links.
I'll probably remember
You won't.
I'll remember when I'm re-listening to the podcast, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I had to do that.
I remember now.
But hey, that's the end of the Ferret drop. I hope everyone liked my fantastic Paw Patrol review.
Yeah, that was amazing, man.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to try this game. All right, but you're joking about that. But if me and my son go into an EB Games and he sees something like that, he will want it. So this is why I'm telling you it will sell. But
you said that he was out of Paw Patrol. He was done with it.
He still knows the characters, right?
Yeah, but would you really want to? Well, never mind. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's stop talking about that, man.
All right, Paw Patrol, more like Paw Done. I don't know.
No, that was bad.
Yeah, well, not any worse than Pawfect.
Yeah, Pawfect was pretty bad. Yours was pretty bad too. All right, so topic of the show, dude. It's Halloween soon, or Halloween with the H.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that it would be a good idea to like highlight our favorite horror games, basically. Yeah. So we took 5 each. This is like what we do usually, and we talk about them a little bit. And I'll let you begin, Yemi.
Oh, well, my first pick was Soma. And it's not entirely a horror game, but it does have that creepy atmosphere and kind of intense things that happen that kind of are pretty much horror elements. But Soma is from the same developer as Amnesia, and I enjoyed those games. They're a little confusing here and there, but I really enjoyed them. So I picked this one up, and I felt like it was just a lot better than Amnesia 1, and I thought it was a great game. There's no zombies or aliens in it, even though you're in an underwater facility. But the Earth is hit by a comet, and you're the last person or last human surviving underwater. And the machines start taking over, and they infect humans, and they become sentient. It makes you uneasy. Like, it's not like scary, but it definitely makes you uneasy, and the atmosphere is just like really intense. So it's a really, really, really good game. I would suggest people to pick it up for the Halloween season.
Yep, for sure. I heard a lot about Soma, actually. I heard a lot about Amnesia. After watching some gameplay videos, though, I thought it looked confusing and it doesn't look fun. Soma looked kind of fun, though.
There's no direction in Amnesia, and Soma kind of has the same kind of deal. Because there is no direction, things can get crazy, things can get, frustrating, but the more you go on, the better Amnesia gets. And the story in Amnesia is like really, really good. I think the story is better than Somna, but I think the gameplay is better in Soma.
Yeah.
I'm tired of saying that word. Let's move on.
Okay. Mine, the first one I took is Dead Space, the first one. I thought it was a perfect, like, in between the original Resident Evil and a more arcadey game. Like when you play on the hardest difficulty, you like are searching for ammunition, you are searching for health kit, you are searching and I really like the fact that it was in a spaceship too. It was something different when it was released. Never saw that before. And Dead Space 2 was good too. Was more scary than the first one in terms of story, and the third one was absolutely trash. They really dropped the ball with the third one. I haven't even finished the third one. It's more like an arcade game with co-op element in it. But the first one is really the best, and I really, really love the story in the first one. I even bought the book and watched the little like anime movies too, which were really well done and had a lot of depth in the original story. So Dead Space is a must for me. If you are a horror fan and haven't played Dead Space, totally recommend it.
Yeah, Dead Space 1 and 2 are classics. There's there's hardly any other space horror games out there, and Dead Space 1 and 2 definitely set the bar high for those kinds of games.
And I'm surprised that they haven't remastered this series yet.
I think it's because Dead Space 3 did so terribly. They did drop the series.
Yeah, well, but yeah,
That was
I guess
their own
you're right,
fault,
but
though.
yeah, okay. I'm sad about that.
Yeah, it's
I
unfortunate.
love this
'cause-
series, man.
Yeah, 2 was just. I really like 2, and 1 was amazing. I really wish that 3 had actually been good.
Yep, and it was not only amazing in terms of gameplay. The story was really amazing too. Really,
Definitely.
really special.
Right. My next one is Alien Isolation.
Oh,
And
good.
This
good.
game is fantastic. I started off not really liking the game when I originally got it. I think it came out originally for the PlayStation 3. And I remember not really enjoying the game, but now that I've gone back through it and actually played it in a new perspective, it's really intense. It's really fun. And the alien AI is brutally, brutally smart. You play on the hardest difficulty, that dude is relentless. And I think it just adds so much to the game to have an AI that actually is competent and learns from what you're doing. I think it's really important that this game, it allows you to have weapons and you can defend yourself, but the alien can pretty much kill you no matter what.
Yeah.
I think it's just a great, intense game. It definitely is. It feels like an 80s movie. It feels like the original Alien, which is one of my favorite movies. And and it can kind of continues that story of being Ripley's daughter. You go and try and find Ripley, or she tries to find what her mother left behind, and it's just amazing. It's just so good. If you haven't played Alien Isolation, you love games like Outlast or things that are intense. You really can't defend yourself. It's a very intense and fun game, and it's definitely the best Alien game in the series so far.
Yeah, Alien is Isolation, another horror game that I haven't played yet. Totally plan on playing this too. I remember IGN putting the reviews that it got like a 5.0 out of 10, and the internet exploded, and everybody was angry. And this is where I think this is the beginning for IGN, like the bashing on their reviews and stuff like that. Everybody pretty much love Alien Isolation, and IGN just dropped the ball on this one, I guess. But it's an opinion of one person. You have to understand that it's not the site itself that does the reviews, but still, it's too low, right, for a game like this. But it's like I've heard that the game was really brutal in terms of AI, like you said. So it might be why. I don't know.
He probably was just bad at the game. The person who reviewed it.
That's my guess.
It's like I said, the first time through it, I wasn't very good at it, and I didn't really enjoy it. But the second time I went through it, and I actually went through it with a clear head and in a different perspective, I had so much fun with it, and I want to continue playing another playthrough.
Yep. All right. So this one is it's on PS4, right, or PS3?
Yeah, it's on PS4, Steam, Xbox One, and the older systems as well.
Okay. So it's not that old.
It's not that. I remember it was originally released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, I think.
Okay.
It kind of got the Last of Us treatment. Speaking
Nice.
of which.
Speaking of which, you know my list, right? Yeah. I forgot to like usually when we do stuff like that, I remove my list to keep the surprise, but I guess I fuck up on this one.
That's okay. It was a good transition though.
Yeah. So next one is The Last of Us. Of course, I talked about this game a lot during the previous podcast. You know how much I love this game. I'm not sure if it's on your list too.
It's not on my list, no.
No? Okay. So it's an horror game. It's more survival. It's not like horror per se, I would say. Yeah, probably. It's an horror game. More action adventure, like story-based horror game, probably. But yeah, you know this game. If you haven't played this game yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I cannot wait for The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Left Behind was absolutely amazing too. So not sure what to say more about this game. It's an instant classic for me. One of the best PlayStation games out there.
It's one of those universal games that everyone knows about. I mean, everyone who has a PlayStation has probably played.
And everybody loved this game too.
Yeah, a lot of people loved it. I don't think I really know of anyone who didn't like it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So we can jump right ahead, man.
Sure. Next one for me is Dante's Inferno,
Oh
which
my
was on
god.
PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
I knew you would pick something weird like that, man.
Dante's Inferno is crazy. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
crazy. Yeah.
it's like a God of War clone, except you're in hell and things are just awful.
Yeah.
It is hell. It's based off of the book and the cartoon that
Uh-huh.
came out, and it's just amazing. I really like this game. The aesthetic is just awesome, and all the character designs are just gruesome and disgusting and
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And the little babies, I think, are the worst. Although the one boss fight where the snakes come out of the lady's breasts is kind of weird. Where the babies
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out
yeah.
of
I
the...
remember this one.
It's a
Yeah, you
very
have the platinum for
strange
this one.
game, and it's very unique, and it definitely. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't get an A rating, to be honest with you, but I mean, M is very this is an M rated game. Like, this isn't a game that I would recommend to people who are, uh, you know, yeah, the regular gamers. This is for people who want something different, want a little bit of a challenge, want something that's gonna make them go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's a strange game for sure. What do you mean by A rating?
A as an adult, which is held
Oh,
for
we don't
games that
have
have.
that. We don't
You
have
don't
that.
have that. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I think
Well.
it's M, and after that, I think it's R restricted.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I would say restrict. I'm surprised I didn't get restricted
Yep.
because there's a lot of themes and things in this game that are quite interesting. I'll
Yeah,
say.
there's a lot of sexual thing. There's a lot of breast. There's a lot of yeah. I remember this game. I have the platinum for this game. Quite easy platinum. Probably I have that right.
No, I never went for the platinum on it.
Okay. Yeah, crazy. It's a crazy game for sure. The story, like the problem with this game is that God of War is so much better in terms of control. It's a little clunky, but I kind of agree that the story was quite good actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, crazy game too. Crazy game. All right.
Yes.
Next one for me is Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill. I kind went back and forth between 2, 3, and even 4. The first one I think is the best. I think it's where the story begins. I think like 2 is also really good too. I'm always going back and forth between all of them, but I'm usually taking like the original games of the series. I even played like a couple years ago. I was still scared. Like the graphics are kind of bad, but you still feel scared even if the graphics are super like bad. Actually, it's like polygons and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
you still get that feeling of like being lost, being sad, and stuff like that. So that means that the game is still like a good horror game even now. And I'm super sad that PT was cancelled
Yeah.
because yeah, that was like that might have been one of the scariest game ever actually. The
Yeah.
full like Silent Hills of Hideo Kojima.
Hmm.
That would have been one of the scariest game ever, I think.
Yeah. PT was crazy. It was really interesting to play. So
And
it's too bad.
yep, and it was really interesting how they announced the demo too. It was on E3 stage.
Hmm.
Nobody knows exactly what he said regarding like the PT with his accent, his English accent, Hideo Kojima. So after that, everybody downloaded the game, and they kept like finding stuff even like 1 week, 2 weeks after the release of the demo. So there was a lot of hidden stuff in there. It was really well done, and like the cliffhanger was Norman Reedus at the end of the demo,
Hmm.
and he's the one from The Walking Dead, of course.
Right.
Is that his real? Yeah, it's his real name, right? Norman
Uh.
Reedus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
That's
so.
his really. Yep.
Okay, I'm not fucking up in this one. All right. So yeah, really surprising, and yeah, I love Silent Hill. This is one of the series that I'm kind of bummed that is nowhere to be found once again by Konami. they are really, really dropping the balls on all their franchise. So, next one.
Next one for me is Metro 2033.
Oh.
I didn't choose Last Light because I think Last Light is a little bit more first-person shootery, whereas Metro was more like it was really, really interesting, and I think it was a lot more horror kind of to me playing through it. I mean, the beginning is like you're trapped in these vents or in this one room, and the rats are breaking in. It was really intense, and there's a lot of great moments in this game where it is pretty spooky. I mean, there's like this giant energy ball that's going through the tracks, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? The freaking gorillas or whatever they were in the city. I mean, it's a very intense game, and it's kind of spooky, and it has that spooky vibe to it. And like I said, I think Last Light, I mean, it wasn't as dark as Metro 2033. You know, Metro Last Light was definitely more of a first-person shooter, and then it was like a secondary to, more of a spooky game. But Metro 2033, I think that it definitely deserves to be on a list of spooky games.
Yeah, a lot of series actually, like spooky series like that, usually go with spooky games at the beginning, and they go like more arcadey, more shooty after. I'm not sure what they are thinking exactly, like Resident Evil, even Silent Hill, Metro, and the one we talked about before, to Dead Space. They kind of went to shooty when it was not like at the beginning. It was not like it was a pure horror game. So I'm not sure what they are trying. They are moving with the trend, I guess, but I don't think it's a good decision.
Yeah, luckily Last Light was still a good game, so I kind of can forgive him for taking out some of the spookiness. But yeah, Metro 2033, definitely a good place to start in the spookies section of Metro.
So do you think Exodus is a good place to start?
Well, it depends if it's going off of the story from Last Light.
Okay.
Even
So
though you play as
right?
you play as the same character from 1 and 2. So I don't know if it's going to really link too much to it or totally. I would definitely pick up the remastered, the Redux versions of Metro. You know, they're when they're on sale, they're really cheap, especially on PlayStation. They're like $5 when they're on sale. Definitely worth picking up and playing through before Exodus.
Okay. There's a lot of good suggestions. I love this. This is why I love doing topics like this. Because next week on Tuesday I'll be doing a spooky live stream actually, but I don't know what to play exactly. I have Resident Evil 7, I have Layers of Fears, I have Exhorter, I think it's called, from the same developers. I have Layers of Fears. I have Home Sweet Home too. I'm not sure what to play.
Why not all of them? No, I'm just kidding.
Like play all night and be super tired the next day. For the podcast, oh yeah, next week the podcast, dude, by the way. It's a Halloween and I have kids, so official announcement, if you can, maybe record on Thursday if you can,
or Tuesday if you want,
or Tuesday. Yeah, okay, so we'll make an official announcement on Twitter then.
Sure.
Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows. The next title for me is Outlast 2. So I thought that the original Outlast was confusing. I thought it was like the designs of the levels were kind of confusing. I thought it was super frustrating too, and dying over and over and over again until you find a key. I think all of this is fixed in Outlast 2, and I also think the story is better in Outlast 2. I haven't finished the game though, but I feel like it's an improvement in all aspects from the original Outlast. Made by Red Barrels, which is a Montreal developer. Shout out to Montreal. But Outlast 2 also suffer from, I think they're trying to shock the player with like dead childs and stuff like that. So I didn't enjoy like those parts of the games. I think they are just trying to shock the player actually, and like you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I think Outlast 1 and the Whistleblower DLC were more organic, where they had these ideas that they wanted to put out, and then when they came around to Outlast 2, they were like, well, we did all that. What are we going to do
next
now?
step now?
I haven't really started the game yet. Outlast 2. I have it. It's on my PlayStation. I have it. I can download it anytime I want to. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I was really excited to play it, and then something else came out that same month, and I just put it on the back burner.
Yeah. Still a super cool game too. Super scary. One of the scariest game for sure. Imagine in VR, that would be absolutely amazing, man.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be crazy.
All right, what's your next title?
The last one in my select games is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, cool, cool.
This game definitely you want to get the full experience. You play with headset on. I have a really nice Bluetooth headset for my PlayStation.
Yeah.
And hearing the voices all around you, hearing the different effects, the different music and stuff like that, it all kind of accumulated into this really frightening, serious, crazy experience. There's really only one part in this game where I felt like it was just a basic third-person action game, which was one of the first boss fights. But after that, I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff in this game that are just freaky, horrors type things based on this Viking Nordic mythology. It's amazing. And like I think in our top 10 games on PlayStation 4 or whatever, PlayStation games,
Okay.
it was on that list because it is just a really, really, really great experience made by a third-party developer. And it's definitely worth playing if you have a PlayStation 4, or I think it's on computer now too.
I think so. Yeah.
And it's like one of those games that just it puts you on edge. You got a nice pair of headsets on, or maybe even not a nice pair of headset on. You know, it really brings you in. It draws you into that atmosphere of just being really, really, really interesting and really, really, really spooky.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick, actually. I like this. I haven't played Hellblade yet. I've heard a lot of good things, and it's a super small studio, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So it was quite impressive that they put out such a quality title with absolutely gorgeous graphics. Yeah, that's an actually a great pick. I'm surprised that we haven't like picked one of the same actually, because
Well,
my next one is
I knew your list, so
Until Dawn. I thought Until Dawn was really well done. Like games like this are easy to fuck up, right? They are easy to be not interesting, and but they really went all in with known actors. Voice acting was absolutely amazing, and Supermassive Games. I cannot wait to see their next project in terms of like AAA release, and not like spin-off of the main Until Dawn, like Rush of Blood. But yeah, I absolutely love the branching paths. I absolutely love like all the characters' interaction, and like it's like a classic movie, man. It's like a classic slasher movie with a little twist too near the end of the game, which I won't spoil. But yeah, really well done. And I put Until Dawn Rush of Blood because it's the first time I think ever since I'm playing games since like 25 years now. I'm used to play on classic controllers, right? When I started Rush of Blood, you know there's like Supermassive Games, the logo that is coming up, but I didn't know yet that things can jump in your face, right? I didn't know that yet. I didn't know
the power of VR.
Yeah, exactly, man. The power of VR. I didn't know they can come super close. And when you start the game, like you're on the cart, the mine cart, and you're advancing, you see the Supermassive logo, and you like kind of pass through it. And there's a jump scare right at the intro, man. There's someone like I was turning the head, like getting my feels of the PlayStation VR and stuff, and like someone is jumping right at you, and I scream, man. I physically scream, and my girlfriend like was laughing at me and stuff like that. But I never screamed before in a game, so Rush of Blood so far absolutely amazing, man. I'm excited about what VR can bring to the gamers. I'm all in, man, for VR.
Good, all in. All right,
all in. I'm not disappointed. And I got it on discount too. Yeah. $300 Canadian, which is not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. So do you have any leftovers?
I have 3 leftovers. Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yep.
Which is just a generally scary game. And it's coming to PlayStation soon. I had Limbo on the list, even though it wasn't like a really horror game. I thought it was kind of spooky at parts.
A little bit.
And then I also had Bloodborne on here, but it pretty much just my first playthrough was kind of scary going
Yeah.
into that world of gothic textures and stuff like that. Still a great game. Love it. It's just you'll never get that first experience of walking out into the world and just being like, okay, this is kind of spooky.
Yeah, and you're afraid to die too because there's
Right.
a lot of repercussion if you die.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of leftovers. I picked series more than specific games. I picked Fatal Frame series, which is like a ghost story, Japanese game on the PlayStation 2. Resident Evil series before like 1, 2, 3, 4, and probably 7, which I haven't played yet. 5 and 6 are not scary games. I don't think so. Parasite Eve series, I talked about this series a lot actually on the podcast. I realize that now, but they need to to remaster the games or at least make a proper sequel. And the Clock Tower series, which was really scary to me when I was younger. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah, as much as I like Resident Evil 5, zombies in broad daylight isn't that scary.
Yeah, 5 was a good game actually. I didn't like 8, 5. I just thought, yeah, it's not even in the dark, man. Like a good portion of the game is like outside during daylight, like you said. So
Sunny Africa.
yeah. All right. So next segment of the show is the trophies segment. So we have 3, right? Yeah, 3 trophy list. The first one is called Fast Striker. I took this one because I'll play this game really soon. It's an arcade, like vertical top-down arcadey game. I got a free key from the developers once again. And it seems super like an NES game. It seems challenging. Trophy list is quite simple. Complete the game, complete stage 6. There's only one trophies which I think will keep the players from earning the platinum. It's complete the game with 1 credit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's an hardcore accomplishment right there. Not sure how difficult the game is too.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do that on, maybe you can probably do that on the easiest mode and just breeze through the game, maybe.
But still, you need to complete the game without dying.
Yeah.
Basically, but we are not sure how hard is the game. I'll probably tweet about it when I play more of this game.
And I guess there's also a secret ending boss too, so I don't know if there's something you need to set up in order to get that or not.
Yeah, one person have the platinum, so I guess it's not impossible.
Yeah,
and if it's not impossible, I can do it. I can do it.
There
you
go.
know how I roll, right?
Oh, I know.
All right, so the next one is kind of surprising to me. Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood. Not 2 separate lists, only 1 list. So it will be a hard platinum for sure. You need to complete all the game, both games. You need to uncover all the map in the original Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So not hard games by any means, but it will be kind of grindy too.
Yeah, it's a very long list with a lot of very strange trophies.
Yep, and the names are like reference to.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, I see that.
Yeah. I don't get all of them, but there's a couple of reference. I was searching the.
Oh, they have a Elton John reference. Ooh.
Yeah, there's it's really creative actually, and I love the trophy tiles too. Really stylish. They took their time with the trophies. I like that.
200.6 map completion. That's oh boy.
Yeah, that's probably the inverted castle.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night. Yep, that's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be one that if you get it, you're gonna be really proud of it.
Yeah, that's a nice one to display in your trophy cabinet on PSN Profiles. Yeah. All right. I'm planning on playing this. For sure.
Me too. Yeah, it looks great. And like I said, loved the original Symphony of the Night, so can't wait.
Yep. And the third one is one game we talked about in the previous podcast. It's called Soul Calibur 6. You know about this little game, right?
Yeah, actually, I got it this last weekend.
Have you played it?
Yeah, it feels so close to the one that I played when I was a kid, and all the characters are pretty much the same. It's really enjoyable so far. I still don't understand the moves. I still got to go through the training, but I'm pretty good at button smashing. I'm pretty good at that.
So
But so
okay.
far, it's been a great experience. I really like. I've just done the. There's the one story path that's like cinematic, and there's another one where you kind of create a character and go through the game. I've just been doing the create a character one right now, and it's been a really fun experience. It's actually a really cool game, and I'm glad that I picked it up because like I said, I haven't really played one since two.
Yep. So Libra of Soul, what does that mean? Is that the story mode or?
That's the create a character story mode.
Okay. Okay, so the artist's like trophy is complete 30 astral fissure sealing missions in Libra of Soul.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is yet. I haven't
Yeah.
gotten to that part.
Upgrade weapon 30 times, so maybe a couple of grinding, obtain 100 weapons. Not sure how natural is the grinding too.
Yeah, not sure.
It's
There's
quite,
also a few ones that are character specific too. That might be a little pain in the butt.
yeah, you probably need to replay the same thing over and over again with different characters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The comment seems like in PSN profile, at least, it seems like a good list. I think people agree that it's a good list. So it might
Hmm.
not be super grindy after all, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
see.
see.
The next topic of the show is the question from the fans, the listener, and the subscribers. So I'm gonna give you three choices, Yemi, and you're gonna take one of them, only one too.
Okay. Understand.
CD Project Red, Platinum Trophy Most Ashamed of,
Oh.
and Collector's Edition. Physical Collector's Edition, of course.
Well, let's do the platinum we're most ashamed of.
I'm not ready for that, man. I'm not ready for that. So
You
this
don't
one,
know your most your you don't know your fuck, I can't talk right now. Damn
yeah,
it.
Most Ashamed?
Yeah, you don't know yours right off the top of your head?
No, no. But let me think about it. Let me read the question first. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
This one, this one comes from Speedy from Useless Gaming on the Discord server. He's really active, by the way. Really cool dude. I really enjoy when talking to him in the Discord server. So, what platinum trophy are you most ashamed of? For me, I got a little crazy over easy platinum back at the PS3 era. So I have the actual platinum trophy from, wait for it, Hannah Montana game.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's the low point of trophy hunting right there.
Yep.
So do you have one at the top of your head?
I have three that I always tell people. One of them is My Name is Mayo, of course, because that's just a freaking trophy horror game and it
Yeah.
was stupid.
Yeah.
The other one is Megamind, which is a game I had to get off of Amazon. I paid like $10 for it plus $5 shipping.
Yeah.
And it's another one of those games that's just like it's so easy to go through and just play and do and like at one sitting. And I got some real shit for playing this game from my friends. But I did it, whatever. And then my most ashamed platinum, you think it would be something stupid like Square Boy versus Bullies or something like that. But my most ashamed platinum is Madden NFL 18.
Okay.
Mostly because that game was such trash and I hated every second of it. And it was just so awful. The physics were awful and the story mode was terrible. And I got so frustrated and angry while doing this one that I almost freaking quit trophy hunting on this game. But I got through it and did it. And you'd think that I'd be most proud of it. But no, I am ashamed about it. And I hate it. The only reason it's in my trophy cabinet is because it's one of the rarest trophies I have. It's just I hate Madden games nowadays. This is the last Madden game I bought,
Yeah.
and for some reason it was the one that I decided to play.
Yeah. Madden, like sports game from EA are usually like terrible trophy list. Like NHL, I have a lot of them on my trophy list and they are impossible to platinum, man. They are
Yeah.
like 200 hours of grinding and grinding, but I won't do that, man. So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm checking my trophy list right now. I sorted them by rarity. So my most common one is Siggy, but I got a free key for this one. I just finished the game after that, so I guess it doesn't count, right? And it's not a terrible game by any means. It's all right, right?
Yeah, it's all right.
I have Rise of the Guardians, but I have a kid and he wanted to play it. And yeah, it was terrible to play for sure. But it's not an easy platinum per se. I have the Smurfs 2 kids once again.
Oh God.
But yeah, this one it wasn't too bad actually. It was like a Raymond clone. Uh, it's not terrible, I guess, right? And I'm checking, and I have pretty good games actually. um, Assassin's Creed 3 comes to mind, especially in terms of grinding the online trophies. I hated that, so I'm kind of ashamed to have spent like 30 hours to grind trophies online. But after that, we have like crossplay platinum, like MotorStorm RC or Soundshape. And yeah,
Sound shape isn't one to be what you call ashamed of. I think the first time through that is it's a little bit of a breeze, but in all, I think that game is not one to be ashamed of.
Yeah,
I know a lot
sure.
of people have it, but yeah, definitely don't be ashamed of that one.
Yeah. I have Book of Spells still. With the one with the book, like with the move.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a physical book, and you basically like point your move at the book, and you're reading stuff on the screen. It's terrible, right? I bought it once again for the kid. There was no French support, so I just went through the game, and he didn't even care like 5 minutes about the game, and I platinumed the game. So might be this one actually, Book of Spells. I wish I didn't do that. So
Well,
there you go.
at least you don't have abyss animals on there.
No, no, no. I don't have that. I don't have it. No, but my list is not terrible. After all. Little
not
Big
bad.
Planet karting was a pain in the butt too.
Mm-hmm.
It was super buggy, especially the online portion. But no, not ashamed of the one I said basically. But I have a kid, so I have reasons why.
Right.
You have no reason to.
Well, I guess not.
All right. PlayStation Memory is the segment where we talk about an old PlayStation game, bad or good. And this one comes from Yemi, Stuntman. I think it's a good game, right?
Yeah, I finally picked a good one.
That's good. That's good. Nice change of pace.
Yeah, Stuntman. Hey, excuse me, was one of the first games I played on PlayStation 2, and was one of the ones that I loved playing as a kid with my friend. We would kind of switch off the controller between levels or parts of the movie that you were starring or the stuntman for. I really, really thought it was just. It still is a really fun game. I even played it right before the podcast started just to kind of refresh my memory a little bit. And I bought this little thing that like converts AV to HDMI so I can play PlayStation 2 and 1 games on the big screen that I have.
Oh, nice.
And it's amazing. I mean, it's a great game. It really I wish that the sequel had gotten more attention. And I guess the sequel wasn't as good as the original game, but I really enjoyed playing it. And the one thing about Stuntman, the original one, was it's a good thing that we liked it so much because my friend didn't have a memory card when we went over to his house to play it.
Yeah.
And so we were playing the game over and over and over and over again. But it's such a fun game. It's really great. The controls are really simple. You press gas to go. You can brake. You can go reverse. And you just try and do these things for stunts. Like there's one where you have to do like a corkscrew and land it. There's other ones where you have to go through narrow gaps. There's a lot of ones where you have to just knock over boxes. You have to do like e-brake turns, which is holding down O and doing like a screech while you go around the corner. It's just a really fun experience. And if you haven't played Stuntman, the original Stuntman, you're really missing out on a PlayStation classic. I definitely would recommend it. It's still one of my favorite PlayStation games out there, and it definitely deserves my praises because even now when I go back and play it, I still have a fun time with it. It's not like I'm just blinded by nostalgia. Like I go back and play it now, and it still is a tightly controlled game. It's still fun, and now that I have a memory card, I can continue on the story even after I feel like stopping, not playing anymore.
Yeah, you got pretty good reviews, like 8s, even 9s, 7. So yeah, it seems like a good game. I don't remember playing it, honestly. But the description you gave is kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. It was definitely, like I said, the first game was definitely better than the next one, which I think was like Stuntman Acceleration or something. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember that game was a little bit more like there's that mode in Burnout where you just kind of crash into cars. It was a little bit more reminiscent of that, and I felt like this game was more centered around being a stuntman and doing kind of real stunts that you would do. Because I think the first level in the second game is like you go and the world's ending and there's explosions on the ground and lava's coming up and it's like, okay, I can't believe this. But go back to the first game, the original game, and the first one is just like this. It's supposed to be like this comedy heist movie. So you're kind of going in and out of traffic. You play as a cop car and chase the guy down. You know, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I have a lot of fond memories of it, and I'm definitely thinking of playing it on the channel eventually.
Yeah. So it's a PlayStation 2 released in June 2002. So kind of old at this point.
Yeah, it's old.
It's an old game, but memories plays a pretty big part of PlayStation memory, basically. So yep, nostalgia and stuff like that. So yeah. So anything to add before I close the podcast?
No, I think that's it for me.
All right. So that's pretty much it for episode 11 of the CronoCast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again. Who was that? Speedy from Useless Gaming. I already forgot, man. Thank you for your question, dude. That was a really good question, really interesting conversation. Thank you for that. Don't forget that you can be part of the show, just like Speedy from Useless Gaming. You need to pick a shorter name, man. That's a big name, right?
You could just call him Speedy, I bet, because he's from Useless Gaming. So you can just call him Speedy.
Oh, so they have like several people in the channel? Is that it?
I think I haven't really watched any of their stuff, but I think that's what they're saying with the.
Oh, okay. So it's Useless Gaming, but it's okay. Now that makes sense. Now that makes sense.
There you
go. Yeah, you can ask your questions on Discord, on Twitter, on Facebook. You know how to reach us. How can people reach you, Yemi?
People can reach me on YouTube, Twitter at Yemi the Ferret, SoundCloud, and
what?
Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today. I followed you back.
New. I'm gonna try and keep up with Instagram. Maybe do some sneak peeks on there, huh? Little sneak peeks of videos I'm working on. It's definitely gonna be a new place to check me out and interact with me. So I thought I might as well. Everyone else has one, so.
Yep, and game consolers have a pretty good Instagram. You can check it out. It's like playing game with zooms of specific screenshot of games, and they make make you guess what the game is based on the zoom screenshot. So you can do a lot of different stuff on Instagram instead of Twitter. So it's a different console. You need to get used to it.
Yeah, I've already been using it for personal use, but I decided to make one specifically for Yemi the Ferret.
All right, that's cool. Once again, thank you so much for the feedback, the love, the support, and I'm talking to you, player too, with your freaking long, huge comment. But we love you, so thank you so much, man. I'll talk to you in the next one. See you later, guys.